It's day 6 in my special series on maternal mental health, and I am lightening things up a bit after a bit of an intense topic yesterday. Today is about doing that thing that you've always wanted to do but keep putting it off. I've called this Finish a Project because if you're anything like me, you've got lots of little projects in your mind or halfway done that you've always wanted to do but never get around to doing or finishing. It could be family projects like printing out a family photo album, rotating the toys, having a system for rotating the toys, making a doll's house. Or maybe you have it in mind that you want to start or restart a hobby. Maybe you've got a musical instrument that you have been wanting to learn how to play, or you want to get back into playing. Maybe you love to paint or draw and you haven't done it since having a child. Or maybe when it comes to projects, you've got big decluttering projects. Maybe you want to sort out your underwear drawer. Maybe you need to put away outgrown or last season's clothes, but you never find the time. And you've got these mini piles of stuff everywhere to be sorted out. Honestly, those are all real examples of little projects that I have on my mind in my house for me to do. And it can be really frustrating because you want to do the projects because they create something meaningful to you, or you want to take up a hobby because you want to do some form of self-care. Remember, I talked about that a few days ago. Or you want to declutter because it's going to sort all those piles of mess everywhere that's getting on your mind, that is making you feel guilty every time you see them. And that will make your life a little bit easier and take something off of your mind. The thing is, having all of these things on your mind is a form of clutter, and it's a form of stress. They're on your to-do list and they never get done. So they're always there in the back of your mind, but you never get around to it. So today is all about trying to get the clutter out of your head, sorting through them and getting rid of the ones that are just baggage. Prioritize them and think about, what can I do in just 5 minutes? I bet you can go and sort out your underwear drawer in 5 minutes. Or I bet you can make a start on decluttering. Even if you don't get to the end of it, you can make a start. So if you're struggling to think of a hobby, or you can't really remember what you used to love doing before you had children, I like to try and think back to your childhood, to whatever age makes sense, whether that's when you were 8 or 10 or 12. Think about what you used to do that got you into a real flow mode. When I did this exercise, when I really thought about what it is that I used to love doing as a child, the answer was crystal clear. It was puzzles. And so I went out and I bought 1,000-piece puzzles and I sat down and I did it. And it took me a few nights. I think I would stayed up until midnight, more times than I really should have done, trying to finish it. And it was amazing because I got into the flow. I didn't notice time passing. And it just made me feel so good. And I have since thought about other things I used to love doing, things like calligraphy and craft. I'm not really arty, but I am crafty. I like following instructions, for example. So I know that there are things I used to love doing as a child and that I can do as an adult, even if it's just in small pockets of time. And then when it comes to decluttering, it is overwhelming because often we think of huge, large areas, whole cupboards that, are your cupboard of doom, that feels really impossible to get done. Now listen, I'm not an expert. My house is very cluttered. I'm chipping away at it every single day. But I know there are lots of tiny areas in the house that irritate me on a regular basis. When you open that drawer and you want to get, a tape measure out and it kind of explodes because you've got all these things in there that kind of, you don't know where else to put, but you stuff them in there. It's so annoying. But if you were to go in there and spend 10 minutes, you'd probably get it sorted much, much quicker than you think. And in fact, those everyday little things are probably more irritating than those big things like the cupboard of doom or sorting through the cloth nappies and putting them away, which are my big things, right? Because those little things are affecting me daily. The cupboard of doom, I can close the door and I don't even notice. So I'm thinking about things like your pants drawer, because I can never find the pants that I actually like to wear. I can just get rid of a whole load of them, right? The letter rack that is overspilling with letters for someone else to sort out. The piles of things on the dining table, whatever it looks like for you, I bet you can get it sorted in less time than you realize. Now, if you need more guidance on decluttering, I love the book by Dana White, Decluttering at the Speed of Life, because it's very realistic. And the way she does it is it doesn't leave you with an absolute mess if you get interrupted and need to walk away from it. So today, think about what you need to do to get some clutter off your brain, whether that is starting a hobby and keeping it up, maybe starting a project like the family photo album, or decluttering that you want to do. And then whenever you find yourself with some downtime and can't decide what to do, set a timer for 5 minutes and choose one of those things. It feels small, but it's an important step in that direction towards removing clutter from your brain and rediscovering the things that feel good to you as a mother and give you that peaceful space as well in your house that is going to make you feel good about yourself. So tomorrow is day 7 and we are finishing up this special series on maternal mental health with a lovely activity that will take you 10 minutes to do, but will have a really long lasting impact. Catch me then.